What's going on, guys? Reisshub back with another video. And in this video, I just want to go over Rezon's 10 elimination game that he got, which was the second last game for him. Huge clutch up, a bunch of really interesting eliminations and really cool stuff he did in the end game. Sorry for the lower quality video. However, I'm really working on some stuff for next weekend that you guys are going to love. Trust me. Hope you enjoy. I mean, given he was on 44 points, I'm sure he was just going hard W key at this point, and this isn't usually something he would do. Yeah, he's using his last crash pad to shoot someone who he's tagged for like 28. Again, the classic strategy, like, you know, spacing with the tank. The tank just does not do enough damage to keep like one tile away. And in this meta, like, honestly, people with really good aim in box are just getting in with attack. And like, you can see the other guy had a charge, so if he'd kept his distance one tile away, it would be much more difficult for him to kind of trade those shots and win. So you can see Rezon actually decided to not take the charge either. So he's clearly like a preference for attack player because it was a gold charge. And that kind of makes sense in his endgame playstyle because he really is just like getting in and going for those shots in the endgame. So like the fact if he wants to prefer to use attack, that doesn't really surprise me. Love the demanding start. He's already like in grand finals. Let's be real, most people aren't very confident to fight. Like this guy is just absolutely running away like mad. Who is it? Eric. Because most people don't want to fight, so it's like it's gonna be pretty easy just to like grab high ground straight away because these people are just gonna be defensive as hell. Crash pad in. Box dead. Yeah. It's like the majority of Rezon's kills really are just from knowing like when to use the crash pads and like how to abuse them so easily. Because like he had one crash pad there, and although yes, he was probably just W keying this game. Let's be real, because he was already qualified and doing good. Like that still wasn't a bad fight in terms of like what he needed to take. Sorry, that wasn't a bad fight in terms of what he needed because he had one crash pad, and like that's certainly not enough mobility to get him through the end game. So like even if he wasn't just being a psycho, in terms of like requiring an impact, that really wasn't the worst time. You could see there wasn't very many people around him either. Being on edge zone, it's quite early to get in second, so there wasn't that many people here. So like not the worst idea to go for that Elim at all. Because look, also it gained him 4 more crash pads essentially, and it was quick and easy. So he managed to find the launch pad. Obviously we didn't see that through the server lag, but managed to find that launch pad to reuse. And again, that's really one of his only options here. Okay, creating good space. This player was obviously really in need of an Elim, and you can see that one of the really nice things that Rezon did here was his edit selection in general. Let's see, so slow us down. So he's created space for himself, one box. And obviously he sees it, like he immediately sees that this guy is trying to ramp phase into his box because the ramp's there. The spacing that he is very clear that he's going to jump in. He's right against the wall. It's all the telltale signs that this guy's going to phase in. So immediately Rezon places the ramp over his head, which is super nice. He creates another box for him and then waits, thinking about shooting this ramp down because when this guy breaks through, all that he's going to do is he's going to fall down and he's going to take this shot. It's going to be a really easy trade because this guy's panicking or like being super aggressive, trying to like pickaxe swing in, right? That breaks it, and he gets the reset off. Unfortunately, they did trade there, but still, it was a good idea. He's holding the wall now. You already know that this guy's intention is to ramp phase in. He's done it once. He's going to do it again, right? He predicts it, and he moves out of the box, right? This is something that you can do so easily when players are trying to ramp phase into your box, is that you just go forward, they go in, and then you go out. You shoot them, and then you place a wall. Just as Rezon did here, right? Now that this guy is trapped in a box that has every single edit that's his, right? Sorry, that's Rezon. So he's nothing here. He's terrified. And he does this bottom right edit here, which is fantastic. From Crazy's perspective, look, completely hidden. You can see how much, like, how horrible this angle is because he's on top of the ramp. Even if he wasn't on the ramp, if he's on a cone, there would still be a bad edit for him because it gives him gives Rezon the right-hand peek. Boom, dead. So, like, just a few really clean moves, like moving out of the box and just choosing that edit, which just made win him that fight. In particular, just like predicting what his opponent was going to do when he was going to ramp phase in. Super clean. Great piece control of the wall, but ooh, got player coming close. Really nice of him to drop down underneath because he didn't know what build was his. He had no idea like what if he had the wall behind, if the opponent did. So just dropping down immediately and creating a new box for himself was really nice. A good way to protect himself here. I think quite lucky that he fell down there, in all honesty, and like the player didn't actually end up crash padding into the box. Is he gonna get in there? He still has good mats, so like he doesn't need to psycho into a box yet. But like it seems like, you know, Rezon doesn't really matter. He's gonna do it anyway. We're all living in his world, and it's the same thing. Just like honestly, 50-50, but winning every time. Okay, he's on. I think he's on dead side zone. I honestly haven't been paying too much attention to where the zone is, so. Another time just getting in. Nice wall control. Beautifully boxed up there by Pickus. And honestly, he had nothing he could do there. But it's just like, these small little piece control things are great. I would have expected him to place a cone down first here. But like, this elimination came because he was, obviously he was focusing on, I don't know how to pronounce that name. This floor's, I think this floor's not actually here. It's just a replay mode. There you go. So he obviously knows he's up here because he's just seen the Elim happen. He knows this player's here. He's got like a great peek coming from this ramp. Gets the first tag. I would have liked to have seen him shoot, then cone, and then he could place the wall behind. Because obviously, like, this player gets the ramp, and let's be real, most of these players in this endgame are gonna be quick enough to defend with a ramp against this. You know, you're not playing opens players who you can just run in with attack and kill him. But it does a great option to try and put the wall behind him, block him off here, and then immediately edits through and boxes up. Like, this is muscle memory that in this season, like, you really have to have down at this point, editing through, coning and walling, and doing it so quickly because he just boxes them in straight away and picks up such an easy elimination just because of that. I kind of want to watch these last few in a bit slow-mo just so we can see what... I love this floor edit right here. Like, this is something that most people don't have the movement for down, in all honesty, where it's like, he was very aware of what floor edit he was going to do. He moved back into the corner and jumped while he did this edit so that he lands and he's on top still. This allows him obviously to shoot down as much as possible. He doesn't kill Crazious. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. No idea how to pronounce the name, but he managed to land here, gets a free open shot. If you are going to be doing these floor edits, obviously this wall here normally blocks you, so ensuring that you jump onto it while you edit this is actually really clean. Even if you're doing a floor edit like half split as well, you can jump on top of the wall that's there and you get much freer angles because the wall doesn't block you as much. Again, you can see his tendencies just to try and get in. Obviously this player has no HP. Gets in, beautiful ramp phase over his head. And this is like a wall replace. This is like a ramp replace that like almost, I don't want to say no one does, that's not true, it's actually pretty common, but like I feel it's really underrated because it allows you to phase at the same time. Where is he? So we know he shoots the wall, gets the wall here. Well, like we know this player's weak, so just like running in the box is not a bad play at all. We know he's not holding the edit on the ramp because we'll be able to see him with his blueprints out. And as soon as he wall replaces here, you can see he places the ramp over his head, which traps this guy in. Obviously, and we know Rezon has the health advantage. Even if Craig hit him with a big shot here, we'd still know that you almost definitely still have the health advantage in this fight. Unless he did like 2 massive tack shots, because I don't think he had the time to like shoot 2 tacks in that time where he got the ramp over and got the clean shot in. So this ramp, like replacing with this ramp like this rather than like being out and doing it and then editing it, is so fast and such an effective way in these endgames just to get a kill like that on players that you know are super weak. You can just hear the shockwave launcher from above. Just jumps straight into his box for this elimination. Another free kill on the glow ground. That's why those two are what I definitely call opportunistic eliminations, you know. Vitro goes down, and he doesn't end up getting this Elim because he doesn't get the fall damage for it for some reason. I think just because like jumps off, but yeah.